Sometimes the plot of the TV show cannot beat the plot of the actual lives off set, especially when it comes to the romance between the stars of one particular TV show. In today's video, we're going to tell you about the actors from The Vampire Diaries who once dated. Stay with us so that you don't miss anything interesting. Who did Candice Accola date? Who is happily married and who's happy being single? How does Nina Dobrev feel about Ian Somerhalder's wife? And before we start, we share new exciting celebrity videos every weekday. So be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Candice Accola and Stephen R. McQueen. Caroline Forbes and Little Gilbert? Who would have expected that? Yeah, back in 2010, Candice Accola and Stephen R. McQueen were seen making out at a club in Catalina, California, and they stayed hot and heavy for a while. Though it didn't last for long. The two hadn't even become a couple officially. However, there definitely was a spark, even though it didn't lead to a relationship. A bit later, Stephen got friendly with Hillary Harley, a Vampire Diaries production assistant, and Candice moved on to a different co-star. Keep watching our video to find out who else Candice dated. You're gonna be surprised. As for Stephen, he's been engaged to the model Alexandra Silva. According to Us Weekly, the two have been together since December 2016 at least. McQueen shared the news on his Instagram. "She said yes," he wrote under the photo of the two of them kissing. Silva shared the same picture on her profile, though with a different caption. "My best friend, love of my life, yes, yes, yes a million times over." In an interview with GQ, Silva revealed she comes from Marlborough, Connecticut. She's got a bachelor's degree in sociology and had intended to work in human services. "If I woke up tomorrow and could no longer model, I would hope I would still be able to take initiative in a philanthropic capacity," she told GQ. However, a few months later, Stephen announced their disengagement. When asked about how the wedding planning was going, the 29-year-old told Us Weekly, "You know what? Actually, we called it off." "We did," he added. "But yeah, it's just the way it was. It happened." Paul Wesley and Torrey DeVitto. And now let's talk about the first of the Salvatore brothers, cute Stefan, or Paul Wesley in the real world. Do you remember Dr. Meredith Fell? And even though they had not much time together on set, it's completely the other way around in real life. Can you guess why? Oh yes, they were in a relationship. And nothing like a 3-date relationship, but a real marriage. They had met long before that, on the set of Killer Movie, and had been married for 2 years out of the 6 that they were together. When Meredith got a part in Vampire Diaries, Paul was pretty happy about it. It's fantastic, because otherwise we'd be 2,000 miles away. Los Angeles and Georgia, so it's very nice to be in the same geographical location. Apparently, it hasn't been that easy and couldn't save their marriage. Perhaps there's another actress from Vampire Diaries who Paul has been dating for 4 years after the breakup, but we're gonna speak about this relationship a bit later. They divorced with no fuss or scandals. Their rep told People.com, Paul and Torrey have decided to amicably split. They will continue to remain good friends. Joseph Morgan and Persia White. Even villains deserve happiness, don't they? Especially ones as charming as Klaus, right? With deep sorrow, we'd like to regrettably inform fans that Joseph Morgan is absolutely married. And you won't believe where he met his wife. Right, on the set of The Vampire Diaries. And it seems that Bonnie's got a stepfather. Persia White played Bonnie's witch vamp mother on TVD. The news that Joseph and Persia started going out surprised everyone, as they had not much time together on set, but love is love, you know. 3 years after their first meeting, they got married in a closed wedding ceremony. It had a very rustic feel to it, Persia told People magazine. There was nothing about it that was overwhelming or very huge or fabulous in that way. She explained, "We tried to keep everything really intimate and beautiful and sort of get along with nature." These two still seem to be going strong. Candice Accola and Zach Roerig. Caroline and Matt? Seriously? And we thought that Jeremy and Caroline sounded unusual. The relationship between Caroline Forbes and Matt Donovan was rocky, but behind the scenes, the actors Candice Accola and Zach Roerig really hit it off. Candice and Zach dated in 2011, and in 2012, they announced their breakup. Now, Candice's private life seems to be going great, and even though it wasn't on the set of The Vampire Diaries where she found her husband, it was thanks to it. Candice and musician Joe King first met at a Super Bowl event in February 2011 and went on a date thanks to Candice's co-star Nina Dobrev. "I was too chicken to give him my number, so Nina did," Candice told People. This is the star's first marriage and Joe's second one, as he was first married when he was 19 years old. The couple is raising 3 daughters together, Ava and Elise, from Joe's previous marriage, and their mutual daughter, Florence May. As for Zach Roerig, he gave it a try with another actress of Vampire Diaries, Nathalie Kelly, who you probably remember as Sybil. They had been in a relationship a bit longer than a year until in 2017 they announced their breakup. Paul Wesley and Phoebe Tonkin. Paul Wesley is on the list again. He may have ended his relationship with Torrey DeVitto, but he's reportedly giving on-set love another chance. Paul Wesley and Phoebe Tonkin met at the filming of the show and started dating the same year. Though, after 4 years of being together, they broke up, claiming they remain good friends. They are still good friends, a source tells E! News. The relationship just ran its course. Though about half a year later, some very attentive fans focused their attention on the fact that the former couple stopped following each other on Instagram. That doesn't seem like friendly behavior, does it? We haven't heard much about who the actors are dating now, but we hope they'll find their sweethearts. Here on OSSA, we love happy endings. Ian Somerhalder and Nina Dobrev. You've got to admit, you've been waiting for us to announce this couple. It's impossible to imagine this list without Ian Somerhalder and Nina Dobrev, whose breakup made for shocking news 5 years ago. Elena Gilbert may have had a hard time choosing between the Salvatore brothers on the Vampire Diaries, but for a long time, Nina Dobrev was Team Ian Somerhalder. It's hard not to admit that Nina Dobrev and Ian Somerhalder had great chemistry on the set. When the couple said they were dating back then, it wasn't really surprising. In 2013, the couple called it quits, leaving fans of the Vampire Diaries stunned. Unlike a lot of high-profile relationships that hit the skids, Nina Dobrev and Ian Somerhalder managed to end their 3-year relationship amicably. The two even managed to stay good friends after breaking up. Dobrev explains, if you're with someone for 3 years, obviously, there's the qualities in them that you enjoy, and it doesn't change because you're not together anymore. I have an enormous amount of respect and love for Ian. It doesn't change. It shouldn't. Otherwise, why were you with them? And it looks like Nina and Ian are really friendly, at least judging by their pictures together on Instagram. It is unclear how Nina's love life is going, but as for Ian, it's crystal clear. Ian Somerhalder hasn't really left the world of vampires, and about a year after his breakup with Nina, he started dating another actress, Nikki Reed, who you probably know from Twilight. They announced their engagement after just 6 months and tied the knot a few months later. The couple celebrated their 2-year anniversary by posting sweet messages and wedding pictures of each other. It became official that the lovebirds are expecting their first baby when Ian posted a picture kissing Reed's baby bump, captioning it, "In my 38 years on this earth, I've never experienced anything more exciting than this next chapter, and we wanted you to hear this from us first." The new parents welcomed their daughter, Bori Soleli, last year in July. Comment below about which couple surprised you the most.